My name is Max.
My world is fire and blood.
When I used to go to the cinema as a kid, I used to love that feeling of walking out of the cinema and feeling like you've been on a ride, that you want to go back on the ride. An idea came to me, it kept growing, and then one day I told my colleagues, I think we're going to make another Mad Max movie.
George has a tremendous amount of time and love invested in this world that he's created.
I have held him in such a high regard as a filmmaker all of my career. I remember very vividly being around 7 or 8 when these Mad Max movies kind of started in South Africa, and how much it had an influence on the culture. It was just so a part of my growing up.
You know, watching the original Mad Max is preparing for this, I was like, geez, these films were made before I was born and make so much sense still, and they care about the characters, and they're really well crafted and thoughtful, and I was like, wow, he's a genius.
The world had changed, cinema had changed, audiences had changed, I changed. And to go back and revisit that world in a uniquely familiar way, but to use this new technology, digital cameras, was very, very enticing.
Action!
It was a true honor. It's one of the craziest mind operas I've ever seen. George is such an intelligent person and kind, and he'll listen to everyone around him, but also is very focused and clear on what he needs.
We held a hand. He was like a father figure to us for 6 months, and he holds a special place in my heart for sure.
I feel like whenever someone says George, we
both
both go,
like, oh.
He's the sweetest man. You just want to hug him.
You just, thank you.
Thank you.
You know, he's a quietly spoken, sweet man who takes note of everything and everyone around him. Calm and always collected, create something remarkable.
He had a lot of time and respect for the stunt team. He'd be the first person to come up and shake your hand at the end of a stunt.
And he remembers everybody's name.
And he remembers everybody's name, and you don't see that often. So he's the type of guy that you'd do anything for.
I've never had the extensive conversations that I had with him with any other filmmaker, and I think it really comes from a place of passion.
I mean, the mind of that man is incredible. It's like a never-ending maze of things to discover, and I just find him a fascinating human being.
I really love action movies. I try to make movies that you read purely on the visuals, and this was conceived as a rock opera. It's a little bit like an orchestra, all the different instruments and the different notes and the way that it finally all comes together to give a whole experience. That's what you're looking to do.
Anything is possible with George. It's the tenacity of spirit to continue to try to achieve better and more for himself, and to reinvent himself and everybody else who's around him and works with him. I just love him.